Welcome to another exciting episode of Fulltime Father Podcast. I am your host, All Love, and I got my big dog finally back down. This nigga been missing in action. I mean, I don't know, he was on a little drug-a-thon, I don't know what we were. But got my boy here, man. Introduce yourself, brother.
Yeah, it's Rico, Fulltime Father Podcast. Me and my guy, DJ. I've been gone, missing action, had stuff with the kids, you know. I moved to Rockford now, so now I'm back again.
Man, my boy moved up here in a month and got a crib for his shorties and a brand new car. You hear me?
Yeah.
Come on now, big dog. We haven't found the interesting way for my boy to tell his story, and I just met one of his preschool friends last night, so I think we just gonna do something separate with that, you know what I'm saying? So, but just give y'all a little brief, bro, how you became a single father.
My wife passed away 3 years ago, so it's been 3 years, October 31st of 2021, she passed away, left me with 2 beautiful girls, 2 beautiful boys. They're a handful, you know, and I just stay in motion, stay raising them. Came from the streets of Chicago, was born on the west side of Humboldt Park in Chicago. Was a gangbanger, not no more. I grew up out of it. I'm just trying to progress and raise my kids and give them a life that I didn't have, you know. They don't know nothing about my gang activities, my old ways. They don't know nothing about that, so we're gonna keep them very naive on that page, you know. And
I'm glad they don't know, because you definitely heard you getting your pockets ran, nigga. Nah, we like to joke, man, but we do got another sit-in session, man. I'm extremely excited. Every podcast I do, bro, it's like I'll be trying to keep my composure. I want to get up like, hey, you want, but
Right.
try to keep relaxed, man. I'm so happy for the support. So I'm gonna let the room introduce themselves. We can start with Big Dog.
you go ladies first.
Oh yeah, my bad. Oh no, yes, no, absolutely, my bad.
Chivalry ain't dead. You see that? Chivalry ain't dead.
I know, she told me she was shy. That's why I go that way.
Break that shot.
Hi, my name is Savannah, and I am a single mom of 5, 4 boys and a girl.
Big girl, you hear me? Big dog, you heard me?
Dog status.
So,
It ain't easy.
I'm Treese. I am also a single mother of 4 and a granny of 2.
big dog, that's what's up. Come on now. The woman don't look over 30. With grandkids.
I work at Macintosh School. We are doing a toy drive, so if anybody wants to bless any kids, contact me or Ashley Prunty, and it's another lady named Lynn, and they're at Macintosh. So if anybody wants to bless, you're more than happy to. We're trying to get every kid to have at least one gift.
That's dope.
And you can do the drop-offs at Macintosh, or you can contact me.
Oh, that's real awesome.
I am JoJo. Hi, everybody.
Hey, JoJo.
I am the owner of Plushes Designs, where I do create chocolate covered treats. Pretty much anything you want to put chocolate on, I do, candy and all. You can reach me on my social handles, Plushes Designs. That's Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
That's what's up.
My name is Twan Sub.
We call him Big Dog, though.
I'm just here because I don't want to get fined. But on a serious note, I'm just an entrepreneur, and I like promoting up-and-coming talent for people that stay in the lower class where they're not really advertised. Like a person that do hair and the projects, I want them to get the same exposure as a person that got the shop.
For sure. Yeah, let me say this about my boy. He will promote you more than he promotes himself.
I promote the world.
You heard me? You heard me? For sure.
All right, well, I am Gabby Williams, CEO of Gabby Dance and Fitness Academy, and I'm happy to be here and book the space if you want to host something, have an event, special opportunity, get at me. Entertainment, host, and dance and fitness is my thing. Check me out on all social medias, FabDF815.
Absolutely. We just gonna say that she probably the youngest entrepreneur out here like this. That's doing Big Dog stuff. You know what I mean? Go ahead, brother.
Oh, hey everybody, I'm Charles. I'm new to this room. Just wanted to new to this space. Thank Fulltime Father for having me here. I'm regular, man. You know, I I'm here from I'm here to Rockford by way of Chicago. By a relationship that didn't work out. I was made a stepfather during that relationship. So I got some skin in the game as far as dating women, the pros and cons of dating women with children versus raising my own. I have 2 daughters and 2 granddaughters.
Nice.
So I'm basically just here to see what I can take from it, and also what I can add to it.
Absolutely. Man, right on.
What's the demo, son?
Man, what's happening, black man?
DP, man, damage, man, completely. On the real, man, damage completely, man. But just beautiful things, man. Shout out beautiful beginnings, man.
So,
we changing the game. We changing the game. It's all well. We changing the game, man. You know, with everything that we coming, I'm changing. You know, I'm just different perspective. You know, like my boy say, regular, no basic. You know what I'm saying? I can't do basic no more. I've been basic and all my life, and it ain't really got me nowhere. It's the greatest. It's the heights. You know, anybody that know me know that this next level living for me right now. You feel me? And it's an uncomfortable way of living right now. But you gotta be uncomfortable to be comfortable. So, and as far as like the single moms, I'm trying to see like what is classified as single, so you could be in a relationship and still be classified as single if you ain't married. And then if you're a mom or a single father and you got kids, then everybody considered single. So we all single parents with kids besides you. You know, so it's like we all consider single people, whether we got kids, we with somebody with kids, it's just, we all single, we ain't married, like technically. But yeah, man, I'm DP, dude.
right on.
Definitely all parents.
Yeah.
All right, I'm Squad from P Squad. I'm everywhere. and I met Fulltime Father Podcast a couple of months ago, and I'm inspired by what this brothers do. Not only that, but these young ladies, all they doing to move up to another level, and that's what. And I came to support them. So I mean, y'all just tune in and share this stuff and support these ladies because it's important. It's important what they doing here. Not only because of what we talking about tonight, but just to keep building them up as queens. So y'all just stay sharing this and let's keep building these queens up. P Squad out.
Yeah, that's why I want to say that for last, shorty, because you know, my boy can be on fire.
The king, yo. Nah, man. Hey, shout out to Rob too, man. He ain't even dropped that on that one lick, man. My boy dropping $250 each month for a father, bro, and that's amazing, man. He just being a father, random $250. That's crazy. You hear me? Like, that's real big, man. Clap it up. Come on. Man, he ain't doing it out no grants or nothing. He coming out his pocket. You hear me? Oh, like I say, man, that's real dope, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get into the topic. So today's topic is the pros and cons of dating someone with kids or somebody who don't have kids, dating somebody that got kids. You know what I'm saying? So, has anybody experienced dating somebody with kids that brought too much emotional baggage? Right there, we got one right away. We touched some hearts.
Joe.
I'm gonna be 100. So I have no kids, right? Majority of my relationships, they've had kids.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so I don't have kids, but I dated men with kids. The emotional part comes from them being toxic, I guess. I don't know, it was a lot for me because I don't have kids and I didn't understand the relationship. Y'all have kids, so y'all got to
being toxic,
arguing or don't have her around my baby type of thing.
Oh, okay, like you talking about the other parent.
Yeah. So emotionally for me, if I'm in a relationship with this person and I never met you as far as the mom, it's a problem for me because your child lived with us, right? So as a woman,
you saying don't have my baby around her, you don't know who I am to even make that decision. So
Absolutely.
emotionally it was hard because I had to adapt to their situation. And I didn't feel like it was like something that I should have did at the time. But then after a while I understood, what was going on. It wasn't necessarily her, it was him. So emotionally for me, raising that child from 3 to 10, like literally, like that's my son. Even to this day, that's my son. Emotionally, I was like ready to fight outside of not knowing, personally this woman. So, yeah.
Absolutely. And I think sometimes that can come with like the actions of that father. Let's just say,
Right.
that he might have done something in the past that made her not trust it, or it could just be that
Right.
person just being,
Just bitter.
So yeah, so it's all different type of ways you can look at situations.
Yeah, I just feel like as a man, you supposed to, if I'm somebody that you supposed to be with, we engaged or whatever, this your child mom. Regardless of what y'all got going on, you put us in a room together so we can figure it out as this child's parent, you know what I mean? Because he don't know what's going on now. He got to pick and choose. He shouldn't have to pick and choose. He called me mom when he at home. When he go home with her or go to her house, that's his mom. So having him being in a position to where he ain't comfortable, it's your job as a dad to put us together so we can figure it out and how we gonna work this thing.
Absolutely.
To me.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's dope, bro. It's a bonus mom is everything. I had one growing up for sure. That's real dope, man.
Yeah. Shout out to my baby.
Anybody else?
When you say emotional baggage, do you mean like from the other parents' perspective, like she had a child with a man?
Oh, no,
emotional
like-
baggage through the relationship.
Yeah, so like whatever the emotional situation that comes through that's not peace. Like me personally, I don't say I fully, but I'm mostly healed from my trauma. You know what I'm saying? Me going through DCFS, getting my kids and all that stuff, so I can approach a relationship. You know what I'm saying? With the open minded. You know what I mean? So like, have you experienced like going into a situation, trying to be there for somebody's kids, but it was just too much going on?
10 out of 10. I mean, most of us are connected to some other man or woman in some way, form, or fashion. Even if it's not the kid's father or the kid's mother, it can be a previous relationship. I've dated women who not with their kid's father. That ship is sailed. But there have been other relationships that came behind him, and he's left some scars. And the first thing that most women I've dealt with, the first thing they tell you is how that situation went. Most of the time, it didn't go good. Obviously, they're not together. But I've yet to hear someone say they left on platonic terms, they broke up, and they're okay, and they healed, like you say, from it, or they're good friends. Most of the time, it's some negative issues toward the last relationship. And for me, it's just me growing up. My mother always told me to treat a woman kind, be good to me. She was like queen. So I'll go in that situation wanting to put my cape on.
For sure.
The minute I hear, he wasn't, and in my mind, well, I will be. You know what I mean? And sad to say that, I mean, I'm learning this, dating women with children, and women dating me as well, because I got kids, that I can't fix somebody and break. So,
Right there.
so my first thing is the vetting process to date you, ask questions, find out just how far that trauma is in the background. Is it up close and personal? Are you healed from it? Do you move differently because of it? What have you learned from it? There's a lot of stuff to unpack when we get in relationships and we're not intentional.
Absolutely.
We just want to be held, or we just want, for men, we just want everybody held.
He got you.
Okay.
What are you trying to say, brother?
Okay, when sometimes, sometimes I'll order 4 different entrees for my plate, but I only have room for one. You know what I mean? So sometimes people leave.
That was a bar.
Sometimes people leave with wanting the whole situation from a man, or wanting the whole situation from a woman, and in all honesty, just want bits and pieces or something, so they can feel whole. For me, it's not always. It's not the whole relationship. Sometimes I just want You know, man, a little quiet time along with upstanding, a good woman, a good conversation, you know, just some sex later on, and then I'm gonna get back to my life. You know, but most women I meet want a whole relationship. I don't just want to give you this and you walk away from me. I want a whole situation, and I've been approached that way. And I give a woman a whole relationship, and just to find out that she just wants pieces of a man. She don't need the whole man. You know what I mean?
That's a different, because we could go on and on about that one. That conversation.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, you gotta be vocal about what it is, what you're looking for.
Yeah.
You can't expect her to know, you know. But that's a different conversation.
But she do know, because he really, honestly, I feel like he being honest.
I'm always intentional.
And I feel like the woman play herself a lot of the time.
No, I ain't saying nothing like that. I'm saying what we talking about today that's a different conversation.
No, it's deeper.
I think women are more, when we give ourselves to a man, we're more emotionally attached. Like,
I know some dogs.
I'm gonna just say me.
Yeah, we're talking about women with morals, though, right?
Because
We're talking about women with morals, because there's a lot of women out here with no morals.
I'm not going to me. Like,
But I get it though.
I'm not. Like, literally, like, I have been single for 18 years. I dealt with a damaged relationship. Kids and all. When I met my son's father, he had 2 kids. And I still have relationships with them kids. Them still, he on with his, you know, but them still my kids. Like, I feel like it's a baggage, you know. And my kids are his kids. You know, they can do whatever. They can call him for anything. We still have that relationship. His kids call me mom. You know what I'm saying? This many years later, I mean, it was a toxic relationship, but even when I left the relationship, I wasn't quick to go somewhere else and give somebody my life.
Because you was trying to find yourself another.
And when I eventually did, I wasn't going. Thought I was gonna give me a little young man. I wasn't going. So now,
Find somebody with a strong back, a little young man.
But yeah, like and like, you know, I wasn't going. He wasn't on my level. Like, nothing against anybody that drink and smoke, but that's what he thought he was gonna do. I don't
Your
drink, I don't
standard,
smoke
you gotta
like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just it wasn't there. Like, I want something, like you said, we want something more than what he wanted, and I'm not, you know.
And that's what's so deep. Not to just, but I'm gonna piggyback on that though. But that's what I be meaning, like, by the sacrifices of, like, relationship and love. Like how she said she wouldn't rock with nobody that smoke or drink. The reality is that second.
I didn't say I wouldn't.
You know what I'm saying?
You know.
I'm just saying the raw reality of what you prefer.
Right.
From like me with my experience, like not to even put, because I know my girl, she used to smoke like cigarettes, and then, you know, she's slowing down every day, so I feel like I could talk about her accomplishments. So what I'm saying is, secondhand smoke, you got more people that die for secondhand than the people that's actually smoking. Exactly. So I have to love this woman for me to endure this. And I'm willing to, because it's worth the sacrifice. So if you ain't willing to work, like, if a person is not willing to accept you for anything, any flaw, any hiccup, I wouldn't care what it is. Like, you be talking about the body. If a person ain't willing to accept you for that shit, it's, to me, I wouldn't give a who it is. Fuck them. On my right hand. And I'm standing in it.
And we all gotta grow.
No, but like what bro was saying, like, I'm not the type to play with people. Like, I can't just see sleeping with just anybody at this stage of my life and playing with their souls and playing and just tampering. Even just with I just communicate with you, and it's just that. You know what I'm saying? December 1st, I'm done just having sex, period, because I just feel like I want to just take myself serious as a man. So it ain't even about just having a good time, like on my end. Having a good time for me is different than what probably most men consider having a good time. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So it's just different, because when you can't expect nothing good to come from just contaminated souls. Like regardless if you having sex with a person or not, I'd rather just fall back off your pig. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we ain't all the way in, because two broken people can't heal each other. I believe it. You know what I'm saying? Like I believe in this damaged shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna take the damaged ones to understand. I can't tell you how I feel to be shot. I ain't never been shot before. But two damaged motherfuckers know what it feels like. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So it's just all about understanding for real, and going through. The only successful relationships, whether you got kids with somebody or not, is two people with understanding that's willing to push through the bullshit. Not just the good shit. It's the fuck shit. It's the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my touch on that shit.
That's powerful, brother.
I'm just gonna pick it because me personally, in my experience, I think it's game. Like, I'm single and all this, you use it to game and get what you want to.
Not for real.
And then just like, I'm not trying to say, but like that, when you said my kids, that was trauma for me. Because why you do that? You love me, and me personally, I was with a girl and had no kids, stealing out the store for her kids for Christmas, and she was turning her kids against me. So my kid, it's never my kids. And when you having single and all that, them always gonna be your kid. And just because me, I've been locked up and I'm a father, so I got kids. So I still have a chance to reinvent myself and be there for my kids. And that's why it's hard in the community for us now, is because we got people that seen us drunk or high or going through something, and that's how they look at us now. So we can't achieve. And single, that's game, because you don't know it. I could just be single working on myself, or I could just be dating somebody, or I'm just single like this. You gotta define on what you're talking about, because it's game. People die and go to jail and all that. Real, it's like serious. And like what he said, it's all about your perspective. All of us done been through something. So when you explain it, you gotta talk about yours. Can't say, oh, they need to do this or they, because we don't know who they is. That's why everybody is individual here now for some trauma. And stuff that y'all saying in here is gonna put you back in that. Wow, I remember when I was doing this and she did me like that. I'm just trying to figure it out, bro. I got kids, you feel me? I've been locked up. And me personally, I don't have a dad, so I found my dad in the streets. So people, not like selling drugs or no gang banging or nothing, it's just like father figures that taught me certain stuff, because I never had a dad. My mom, but it's some ladies that I grew up that I call them mom too. So it's all about your relationship. But when people get mad, they want to use this my kids or my car and all this. So what we building it for? What we doing this for? So we gonna build 6 months, and a lot of people in relationships because they care, or they both got their name on the car or their name on the lease. Come on, it's hard out here, man. You gotta say what you want. If they don't respect that, it's hard.
That's what it is.
We all got platforms. You don't pay that phone bill, it's over with. Ain't no more Facebook or Instagram. You don't pay your phone bill. Ain't no sharing nothing.
We can do it together.
But my bad though, it's just like, that's crazy though, because I can see, and then I see my mom, you feel me? So I learned a lot from my mom, from trauma. And she used to use dudes and all that. And I was like, man, I'd never be no dude like that. And that's what made me be aggressive with women now. Because I still go there. And as a man, they want to find somebody that, I don't even know the word, but.
The reciprocate.
Yeah, that's my boy. Of their mom. And females, they look for the father figure. Me, I was lied to by some of the dudes that I respected. They was beating on women and all. I thought that was cool. This is what I'm seeing exposed.
And you ain't told me what
But what happens if you had no mother or father? Because my father was gone.
I ain't never seen my daddy. I'm 94, he died. I never seen my father. Never ever in my life. I can't even tell you nothing. And what's so crazy, I've been growing up because people saying they know my dad, but guess what? What if they didn't like my dad? They gonna give me a bad story of him. He kicked it with my dad, so he cool. This my auntie, she didn't like that he did this, so I don't know who my dad is. So that's why I'm be speaking like that, because I don't know what nobody else feels. Like I told him about the podcast, is single fathers that's really single. It's not because I'm mad at my baby mama and I want to get on your platform and dog women. It's not what this is about.
What's up, love? Come on in. Come on in.
Ain't no question, sure.
We lively editing, you know what I'm saying?
You got to desire that, you know what I mean?
I don't know my dad. That's another topic.
No, but that's deep though, man.
Never met him.
Concrete.
I don't know my dad.
But I don't blame nobody for that because you guys pick that up. I'm not in the pit. And this is another thing. When people don't want to do something, they go find a group and get it. If I don't want to work out, I'm going to go find some people that want to work out. If I want to ride around and talk about people, I'm going to find them. You see what I'm saying? You are what you attract. That's the
Facts.
So my question, a lot of us didn't have both parents, right? Again, I didn't have kids, right? So me speaking from my experience, because I do want kids, I'm 37, I want kids. I'm gonna be raising my kids with the look, because I have my mom, but I'm gonna be transparent. I have my mom, but I didn't have my mom. There was things that my mom was supposed to teach me that she didn't, right? For sure. And now that I'm older, I speak on it a lot. I've spoken to my mom about it as well. Me going into this world of wanting kids at my big old age, I'm gonna love my kids or give them the love that I didn't get, whether it was from my mom or my dad. I knew who my dad was. I made a relationship with my dad. If it wasn't for me, we wouldn't have a relationship. So how do you, or am I wrong for wanting my kids but loving them? And I don't want it to be too much because I didn't get it. Is it wrong or right to love them in a way that I wasn't loved? Because at the end of the day, I don't know how to fill the void of not having a dad but having my mom and not having my mom at the same time. So I don't want to damage my kid with trying to give them something that I truly don't even know how to give.
That's powerful.
When you say give, is it like gifts or love or what you talking about?
It ain't got nothing to do with gifts or anything like that. It's being there. What lesson can I teach that
I don't think
teach
it's a
my
script to it
child?
though. I don't think it's a script.
Right.
Because it ain't no telling who you gonna have them kids by.
And then the information is available at the time too, though, matters.
Right. So what I'm saying is, my definition of love is somebody who's there, caring, who I'm able to talk to, who I don't care about. I could get gifts and I could do that myself. I don't care about that part. But nurturing. Naturally, I'm a nurturer. Like that's like, I'm single right now. My son, like I said, that's my son, regardless if he with me or not. Me and his dad not together anymore, but that's still my son. He could call me whatever. I gave him a love that I wasn't getting, and he wasn't getting himself. His mom was kind of not there too. So when it comes to me having my kids, I don't know if I'm saying it right. I don't want to love them in a wrong way. I don't want to give them love that I think is love, when it's truly just something that I gotta love them because they're mine.
Eric can feel that. That's real.
Because we can overlove our, well, I'm not gonna say overlove, but like what you're trying to say, we try to get them something that we didn't have, which it can become too much. Right. Like me, my mama, she raised us, she took care of us, she made sure, she was a single mom before, she made sure we was clean, hair done, and I did the same thing with my kids. But it can become too much because is they doing good in school, you know, why they walking around with Jordans on and grades and stuff. Right. But I'm only buying it because I feel like this is what I'm supposed to do. Right. I'm their mom.
Because you want to get done what you didn't get when you got this.
So you can't not overlove, but extend yourself, I guess.
I mean, in that sense, I understand that part because right now it's the generation thing. Like everybody, they want to be in the end instead of putting out these, I guess, these lessons and teaching their kids certain things about life. Everybody feel like they gotta put their kids in their new Jordans. They gotta, they gotta keep up to par.
That's been going on.
That's
been going on.
Right, but at the same time, your kids don't. Can your kid quote something that you taught them?
That's my point.
That's the things that I think about. I want my kids to be like,
I know exactly what you're saying, and I just feel like because I'm one of them people that you can't script on what it take to be a father. You can't script on what it take to be a parent, a mom. The ones that portray the images like they the best got the most smoke. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, because once the father leave the household, say you had that baby by that man, and 3 years down the line that y'all ain't together no more. And then I done seen women go through trying to compete with their baby daddies.
Yeah.
With a guy that's working a regular job, but baby daddy getting bread. You feel me? So can you deal with the fact of when birthdays come, you can't really compete with your son. You want to give him the love that you're trying to give him, but he loved daddy more. It seemed like he loved daddy more because daddy got it. But I'm saying a mom can, the emotional roller coaster, if you ain't never been through it, it's a feeling that you won't never want to feel. So my thing is, you can love them. Sometimes you gotta love them in different ways. It don't look like love. Love ain't just this. Love ain't just this beautiful piece of object. Love got more matter that's displayed like hate than anything.
It comes with pain.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So it's like people got love misconstrued. So when you say love them, you gotta tell their ass no sometimes.
Exactly.
Right.
You gotta tell their ass, look, rent due.
And that's what I'm saying.
Notes due. This due. This due. This
That's
due.
these lessons that
Sit
I'm
this
talking
back.
about.
That's love though. That's the love.
Talking about.
My son dad it was we gotta go to Levels and we gotta go, give me that money. I'm gonna go I'm gonna go get him about 10, 20 outfits. Quit playing with me. Like, I'm like, you sit here, you don't have 4 outfits when I could've went and got 20. No, we don't need that. I don't want you teaching him that. I never was the type that, yes, my son has it, he does have stuff, you know. Now he at the age he can get it himself. But it was I gotta get my son that. No, you don't. Quit playing. That's like, you're wasting money.
And then on the flip side, I grew up without that completely. You know what I'm saying? My mom had 5 kids.
Right.
She was 21 with me, the youngest, 5 kids. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I was at school crazy. You heard me? So
Right.
I
It was always, I'm dressing like this. I gotta have my son dressing like this. No, you don't.
It's a mentality.
But that could be,
Back to back, you heard me?
that could be what JoJo just said. Yeah, that's his attempt to give them what he may not have.
Oh, he had it because he was out there getting himself.
So now it was instilled within him to have it, and he making sure he was having it.
See,
That's
you
not
gotta
enough.
forgive.
But
I hear what you're saying.
I'm the type of
But it's
person, I'm
really
put
not
somebody in the
happening.
bank for a baby. You know, I'm
It's
just
really not
like,
happening.
It really ain't.
It's really not happening. It's really not happening. If you think that that's happening, if his son can't pick up a book, I can't stand when kids say they bored. If you got 50 books in that, listen, if it's 50 books in that room, I would bet not never hear Shorty say they bored. Go pick up a book, especially if you can't write or read or spell a letter or do. Listen, your hands be crippled fucking with me. So my thing is, it's just the approach. I told my youngest, I told my baby mama, look, I don't want no Michael Jordan, baby.
Right.
Come on, man.
You feel me?
You gotta
Don't
understand.
put my son in no mics. I'm gonna go get him some K-Swiss before some mics.
So when did she get him some mics?
She didn't. I came home, she respected that because she understood the value and the attempt of the mentality of what it could raise, what it could do. You can produce the seed and it can eat you up 10, 15 years from now.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying? You can produce a 6 seed and it can catch up with you, bro. If you know better, if you know that you can't afford these mics, if you know that your kid is academically inclined, declined, or whatever the case may be, is not ahead, they shouldn't be wearing no damn mics, man.
Let me paint us another scenario, because we all parents. We all have a perception of how we want to parent. If
I'm just talking about the material base.
If the child is under the roof of both of us, sure, we can come to an agreement on what to,
Yeah, for sure.
you know what I mean? But when we live separately, when we're not together, and the child has to come back and forth, right? That creates that dynamic.
Oh, no, definitely.
What
Ain't no
he's saying,
Ain't no question to do.
20 outfits versus 4. He's saying, no, I just want to do 4. Okay, you can do 20.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna do 4. See, but we're not together.
I'm gonna tell you just to give me that money and we gonna get them 20.
But we're not together.
You gotta-
What's your name?
you gotta give your
I get
Trees,
that,
if
though.
we're not
Of course he
together,
gonna be a
Trees,
father, yeah.
I'm not giving you the
Yeah, he's not gonna give you the
money
money.
to turn the 4 into 20. When he or she come over
Oh, he
here,
gonna give it to me.
I'm gonna give
He
it
gonna give it to me. He gonna be like,
Yeah, no, I get what he's saying. though.
I get what he's saying.
That's how I go. You just talking about your situation, but I get what you're saying.
I get what you're saying, yeah, of course.
Either or, I'm just giving it to you.
Yeah, of course.
Because that's how I go though. You lose that power, so you gonna feel like that control, that 4 fifths, he gonna stand on it because y'all ain't together and you don't dictate or control what he got going on, his motion. Most niggas gonna move like that. Shorty, I'm not finna give you shit. Look, so I'm finna go with these 4 fits and these 4 shoes and look, holla at me. That's how most niggas moving. And that's just what's going on, especially if you the type where you dictating and controlling and feel like whatever you do, I got to agree with it. I have no say so with how you are moving. Niggas ain't moving like that. We gotta at least have some type of, and once the nigga leave, especially if he ain't in the household, his rights is done for. Most niggas' rights is done for. Listen, I'm just telling you that the power, like most men know for sure that, especially if a nigga he the type that done moved on and in a relationship with somebody, them kids is not finna go over there. Most women is not finna allow the kids to go over there.
I am.
You will, but I'm just saying, all off the respect of the type of man that you dealing with or your baby daddy. But I'm just saying, like, most women ain't going like that, man. Most women, yeah, but most women ain't going like that. You know most women ain't finna be dealing with that type of shit.
I'm not even gonna say like in the beginning when my son couldn't talk and couldn't tell me nothing. Only reason I say that is because the other person had some ill stuff that was said and that was, wished on my child. So that's exactly. But now, do what you do.
Yeah.
When mine got to be able to talk.
Because the man got to have some responsibility over his kids. Well, somebody gonna destroy the kids. They gonna do something to him. If the man is just weak and he just letting anybody just do something to his
But
kids,
you don't know nowadays.
that was gonna happen anyway.
There's a lot of that be dads like that.
What I'm talking about, I'm just talking about the reality of when the man leaves, when the separation of the man leaves.
It's hard.
Biological kids.
It's hard.
The power is gone.
It's hard to get resources and support.
Can I also say when a man is going out the household,
if I'm doing all this, I want some say so.
Take that step back with them kids because he doing what he doing. He ain't got time for them kids now because they ain't in his.
It ain't even that though. Some niggas be powerless. Some niggas be powerless. Do you know what it take for your kids to be like? They could be disrespectful. You feel me? Kids can be disrespectful, but they got their ways when they understand that the mom and the dad is separated and not together.
Of course,
so it's a tug of war. So and then the mom understands that this man done moved on, that she getting up in age and it ain't really popping like how she thought it was. You feel me? Because it gets hard. The older you get, the harder it gets. If we dealing with reality, I'm talking about relationships. I'm just saying, real relationships, the older we get, that midlife crisis shit is like a real serious thing. Loneliness is real serious. I'm experiencing like the fourth quarter. I've been around, I was on the West Coast and I was around a lot of people that was playing in the fourth, so they knocking on the door. They in their last days. And you'll be surprised the conversations and just the experiences and just in the last days that come out of people's mouth. So with me knowing this, everybody that's in the midlife right now, like pushing like 30, 40, we in the mid. So you can only wish that you with somebody or got somebody when you 60, 70 and your legs and you just ain't all the way equipped like how you used to be. We got a cocky ass state of mind. We cocky to the motherfucker when it come to like just all of this shit until we in a situation where we can't be cocky no more. We need God and we begging for, we need cures and all this shit going on. Ain't nobody thinking like that. They thinking about the right now. You feel me? So in my mind, I can't be trying to catch up at 55, 60. I'm loving mine how I can love them right now and holding on to it for dear life. I ain't gonna give up on love either. It can go to shit today and I know God put enough love in me to love another if it come down to it. Because that's just what I feel like. That's the only thing that's gonna cure. That's the only thing that's cure. Ain't no diets. None of that shit gonna really cure us, man. It's love is the only recipe. Right. You feel me? So that's
what you saying. That it's important for us to be together.
Yeah, definitely. It's important for us to be together, but it's how to be together. Like you got to be willing to push through the shit. Like even with the kids, like raising somebody else's kids, like what she was going through for a man being with a woman and these ain't his kids. That's a situation, man.
Absolutely.
Because them kids, that situation. So for a man to be rocking with a woman and then these ain't his kids and then these kids disrespectful too. Like how do you deal with that? How do you chastise? How do you allow somebody to chastise your kids and then how do you even chastise somebody else's kids without it being complicated?
It could be a healthy balance. Like I would speak, like I don't have any children, you know what I'm saying? But my dad and my mom, they separated when I was younger. My dad married right away, you know. But it can be a positive relationship for the kid too. So I feel like at the end of the day, sometimes you have to, and I could applaud my parents now, you know, at first it wasn't all peaches and creams, but you know, after a while, you smooth things over. You gotta get used to what it is, and you know, if it's a good bonus parent, I don't like to use the word step parent, but if it's a good situation, like, you know, it's really about the kid. Like, you really gotta focus on your whole goal. Like y'all keep talking about, oh, how I feel, how they feel. It really don't even matter about y'all anymore. You know what I'm saying?
It shouldn't, but it does.
Yeah.
That's the reality. We can sit here and talk all day about what the shoulds and the shouldn'ts. The reality is that people still be stuck in relationships. It'd be hard for them to let go.
And then it will be hard for the next parent. But, you know, like I said, it's all about how you move. It's all about the relationship you create with the mom. Like my mom still gets invited, got invited to my dad's Thanksgiving this year. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, she'll pull up. You know,
that's different though. That's different. That's like
maturity. It's time. Time come with it too. Because it didn't just happen right away. It won't happen right away.
You look at the percent of people that move in that type of life is probably under 10% out of 100.
Yeah.
Black families, our families, is crashed out.
Puerto Rican families too, my brother.
Man, we crashed out.
We all in the same category.
I still Coriana Cortese, them babies are still mine. They sister and brother. Me and the mamas, we can sit down, chop it up, everything. Like, we've always been there. We've never had the drama. We've never had the issues like that. So, I mean, it can be done.
That shit dangerous.
Man, that's super
What's dangerous about it, though? How is it dangerous?
Because you put too many emotions in them, and if the real parent there, they gonna feel some type of way because.
But we don't, because
man,
I mean, those are their
No, they feel some type of way.
Wait.
My parents be like, oh, you spending your birthday here. They feel it. But you can't say
I tell you this, I raised my
Come on,
I raised my stepson.
You don't never feel some type of way.
They do.
But
I can't say it.
I raised my stepson, so when I got with my baby mama that passed away, I already knew she had a son. You know, so the guy was locked up, and when he came out, he tried to put hands on her, you know, I knew.
Hey, yo, we can't. My man's got the floor, y'all.
You know, so when I got with my girl, I already knew she had a son. So I got in his life, I basically raised, he lived with me his whole life until she passed away. The dad came around too as well. When the dad came around, he didn't even want his own son. So he gave my stepson away instead of me staying with him and staying with his brothers and sisters. They went to his my girl's mother and father. You know, so right now we're separated. So when I with my girl, we was raising 5 kids together, you know what I'm saying? So my stepson, I treated him the same. And then you have the better baby daddy that he didn't say nothing, he didn't do nothing, I didn't care. I stepped up for that because I was raised by a stepfather. You know, I was a bastard child, so you know, I know how it is to be a bastard child, not be accepted, and to grow up in, because my mom was a lesbian. So going to schools, when I was going to school, elementary school, younger, I used to get picked on, so I used to get in fights. So I went to public sales, and then from there I went to all black high school or high school. So that's all we did was fight all the time, and I know how it feels to be a step kid and to get treated like.
Oh no, that's a fact though. Actually, let me share something on that. I have a personal experience. This actually deferred my father from being in my life. So I moved to Rockford on probably 11, 12 type deal. So I go back to my father's crib for the summer or whatever. One summer, his wife ended up watching me the whole time because my dad was working 16-hour days, and she ended up whooping me. Mind you, we're from the projects, so my mama wasn't going. You heard me? So
you deserve it.
Probably did. Real shit. She actually apologized to me a couple years ago. She was crying about it and everything. She was talking about she never just seen a father love their child so much, and she was jealous type shit. But anyway, we ended up going back to my grandma's house in the city. And my sister was like, yo, what happened? Y'all good? You know what I'm saying? Did you get whoopings? But I'm like, yeah, I got whoopings. You know what I'm saying? Cool. My sister yelled so hard, she was like, ooh, I'm telling mama. Walked in there, called my mama called my dad, put me on the phone, said, you'll never see my son again. Hung up on his ass. You know what I mean?
But you think he was wrong for that? I mean, your mom was wrong? Did it benefit you at the end?
Was they wrong? I think I blame my dad for a lot of it, because me going in the situation now, I done been through DCFS twice, getting custody of my kids, so he could have did something. You know what I'm saying? Even though my mom did that, you know what I mean? But I give them both the blame. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm me just being that person though. But
I could say something.
I don't want to cut you off.
No, you super good.
Okay.
Y'all cook.
I'm listening to the conversation, right? And again, I'm gonna say it 100 times. I don't have kids. I'm on the outside looking in. But this is my problem with a lot of what's being said because we going through, like you said, it's communication and it's maturity,
Hey, Lee,
right?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Lee, hey, you open the door for Ken, bro? Yeah. Appreciate it.
It's more so maturity. Like when I say I raised my baby from 3, I didn't push him out the cooler. I've been in his life since he was 3. My baby 10 right now, just turned 10. No, 11. It was things that I did for my baby that his mom didn't do. She didn't pick up the phone and call and see what he was doing. She didn't, at them football games, she wasn't there. She wasn't at Ross Burlington buying cleats. She wasn't on Amazon doing this, right?
But you was.
So I was doing all of that, right? So at the end of the day, it's not about how I'm trying to make you as a parent feel. I'm not trying to embarrass you. This is just what I'm doing because your child is here. I'm not trying to do it to make me more than who you are. It's my responsibility. And some say, my cousin always tell me, we got into it a lot about it because she'd say, that's not your responsibility, that's not your child. But at the end of the day, he is mine because he up in my house. I'm making sure I'm taking his bath. I'm making sure when he go get in that bed, he got clean sheets on that bed, right? So it's in a sense of, I'm not doing more than, because it's your job to be a parent. I can't make you be a parent.
Absolutely.
You supposed to be that parent.
Sure.
If I make you feel the way on my parenting, that's on you, that ain't on me, right? So everybody keeps saying the jealous part, or we as a bonus parent we do too much. It's not that. At the end of the day, it's your job to be a parent to your child. And if you can't be an adult and communicate with that other person, again, that's on you, because people love toxic. If y'all ain't beefing, then it ain't right. You feel me? Why we gotta beef for? Why we gotta do that?
Instead of being on the same team.
Instead of being on the team of making sure this child good, because like she said, it ain't about y'all no more. Because now y'all giving me the energy that y'all still want to be together, and me being the current partner, I'ma fuck you up behind. I'ma fuck both of y'all up because what y'all got going. Like, that's just how I feel. So you feel me? So all day, but I feel like y'all want to still be with each other if y'all always arguing, if y'all is some type of feelings there for it to not be focused on your child.
I can't say that though, honestly, because that's my current situation. I literally tried to give my BM full custody, 50-50 and counsel child support, and she was just wilding the fuck out still. You know what I mean?
But that's her own. I'm saying when it comes to the relationship of the kid, like y'all toxic as fuck together, y'all always
I'm gonna tell you right now, I will argue your ass down. I will cuss your ass out. If you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing for your child, see, mine 18 now. I ain't gonna argue no more, because here's the thing, he old enough to. But when you ain't stepping for your child, and I'm gonna argue, I'm gonna fight, I'm gonna do it.
And that's what my man does. It's crazy. And I'm speaking to the women.
It ain't I want you. It ain't
Now, speaking to the women, the sense that they're mine.
No, they're ours.
Instead of ours.
And I don't use that word.
Right.
I don't.
Now you just said it. You just said it. Now
our son.
You just said
our son.
But listen,
I get what you're saying though.
You say I argue you down.
You know it ain't the first
if you're
time.
not doing what you need to be doing. How do we rate the scale on what we need to be doing? Because
if I'm pulling away and I'm doing everything, you staying in my crib, I'm feeding you.
Hold on, who's staying in your crib?
My son.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the man.
Oh, okay.
You said you will argue him down if he's not doing what he's supposed to do.
What's the demo, shorty?
As far as my kid. No, not as far as me. No.
See, you said my kid.
I'm talking to you. That's my kid. That's not our kid. So I can't say our to you. I can't say that. But I'm gonna argue. If my child is not being.
Well, see, listen. I've been in 3 different situations. I've dated a woman with an arm baby, right? I've dated a woman with a 5-year-old, 7-year-old, and I've dated a woman with teenagers. And it's just different ingredients that go into being with a woman with those kids, at those levels. And I tell you why. Because a teenager already has his mindset. A teenager knows his way around the microwave. A teenager can be self-sufficient and won't need mom in the aspects of an arm baby. An arm baby need her mother 24/7. When she done from working, whatever she doing, school, and she got to return back to that child. That child needs her nurturing, her care and concern, and all these other things. A toddler, not as much, because now that toddler's in school and 3 other people are mothering a child and giving them a curriculum to learn. You know, so I've been on all aspects of it.
I guess.
And every situation, I'm not the parent. I'm not the father. So I understand my role when I deal with a woman, whether she got armed kids or teenagers. I know that I'm not those kids' father. And I encourage them to have a relationship with their father so we don't get it twisted. Now, I'm not their father. You say you don't like you as stepdad. I consider myself, I don't like you. I would say I'm a positive male role model to some children that are not mine. Now, whether they look to me for influence, sure, I'm built like that. I'm good with that. I remember when my mom dated guys that wasn't my dad, and I hated that she kicked Bernard out because Bernard gave a damn about me. All the dudes was there just for sex. I never forget Bernard. Bernard called me in the room when I was sick and said, "Sit down, son, have some yoga." He was a vegan. He was a vegan. I said, "I know all these things about him." But I remember, it might have been 1 year, but guess what I remember? He turned me on to Bulls basketball. He offered me yoga, and he was an artist. He drew, and he had this big old paper that he used to sit down and draw. He was a vegan. I learned all these things about him, but more importantly, he gave a damn about me, and the other guys my mother dated didn't. So fast forward, so when I'm buying for my children, and my son said, gets those 4 items versus the 20, my son remembers my dad giving me the 4 items. My son remembers getting me the Jordans, whether I was a C student or not. You know what I'm saying? The child takes that and transfers it over. And everything you give your child transfers over. And like you say, now, there's no perfect book on how to be a parent. But goddamn it, if you don't give them some decency and give them some love, then they're going to... what's the word I'm looking for? It's a word I'm looking for, and I don't want to hold y'all. Undisciplined children grow up to be undisciplined adults. Right? And some of us still struggling to get out our own ways to be proper parents, and some of us are grandparents and still acting a fool. We still getting lit and things of that nature. So there's a cutoff switch. I love them. Love them until it's coming out their fucking eyeballs. I don't care. You know, but they gonna remember, because I remembered. And that's what I revert to when I deal with other women with children. I remember what I didn't have and what I enjoyed about another man, even if it wasn't my father, right? I remember the little things, and they cared for me, and it mattered to me. And I, like I said, I only knew this dude probably a year, but I got all these things with him, way more than the other nigga that she gave 3 sons to. Couldn't stand that motherfucker. She gave him 3 sons, and I couldn't stand this nigga.
I guess I'm personally gonna be honest.
That's deep, sure.
My kids are. My son and dad came in their life when they was 2 and 3. They have never seen a man in my house. Literally, even to this day. Even with me not being with him anymore, my kids have never seen another man in my house. Have never seen me dating another man. I mean, my older kids, they've kind of like, but as far as being in my house, they have never seen it.
What's like? Why do you do that?
I just feel like, I don't know, if I, like, honestly, I'm to the point, like, I was in an 18, and I have girls.
You must respect your kids.
And that too, and like right now, like I say, I was in an 18-year toxic relationship. I'm still finding myself. But still, even after, 4 years of not being in that relationship, they still ain't seen nobody. And I mean, it's just like, I just can't bring anybody in my house. If I'm not gonna be with you, if you're not showing me, we're gonna be, I'm not gonna do it.
That's almost
They're not meeting nobody else.
That's a leg up, though.
And my mom, she was not there. My mom was on drugs and everything, but I've only seen one man. My mom was married for 28 years. I had the stepfather, and he was a stepfather because he wasn't there. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro, everybody acting like this shit don't come with jail and all this. Like, people use their kids. People send their kids over there to get information. And when y'all say, these are my kids, them the same kids, when they go home, oh, what are you doing over here? Y'all use kids for information.
No, that's what it is.
This my kid. You get mad at me and kick me out, and then my kid. But you want me to risk my life for your kids, and these ain't my kids. And it's crazy because, man, what y'all talking about, I go through that, and I've been locked up, and I've been in foster home where people done whipped me with stitching cord because they were my people. So I don't be trying to hear that shit about mine and all. If they ain't your kids, and we always can change our life and be. Ain't this what this is?
Wait, so can you repeat that, what you said? You said...
I said a lot.
No, what you just, the last thing you just said. You said it ain't my kid.
No, he was.
You said he got beat with a stitching cord and you said it ain't my kid.
Yeah.
So you got beat by your
I
stepchild?
got beat by some parents. I was in a foster home.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So, I'm gonna ask
They were my parents.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I've been in numerous of this, and people know who my family is, and they stay out here. They didn't raise me, so when y'all get to talking about, oh, I was with him and all that, it be like that. And what's the such thing of cheating? How can we say we cheated and I came in a relationship with 2 kids and you got 3? We already done cheated on each other. So now with you, we supposed to have standards? You got 3 kids, I got 7.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, what we doing here?
Hey, wait.
What we doing here?
But I cheated on you. We're finna spin it around. Hold on. We're still on the same one question.
That's all that shit is. Emotion.
We going back.
We going.
So we gonna cheat our whole life too? How we gonna cheat our whole life?
No, I'm here, man. They cooking.
You gotta ask different kids by different people. Then you have different perspectives. Because all of us in here got some same trauma, but it's different. Because our experience is different. She said she dealing with people where they know, and I see it, man. You know how the community is. Why we in here playing like we don't know this shit come with domestics and all that?
Oh, yeah.
And then when a nigga get locked up, oh, I'm sorry, but I love you. Then I come home to your stepkid. But then the dad get out and he want to be back. Oh, girl, I'm getting myself back together. My baby daddy coming home. We out here risking our life for this.
I think it's
shit.
kind of risky.
That's not everyone.
Right, that's not everybody.
In my community, it
That's
is.
not my story.
When you say community,
It's rock community.
you talking about black people? What community
Hell
you talking
yeah,
about?
rock.
Well, that's not my story.
That ain't my story.
I'm just listening about what y'all saying, and it's similar to some of y'all stories. With everybody,
I mean, of course, I was in a toxic relationship for 18 years. I've been it all.
And then
I've been cheated on, babies done had babies on me, done fought.
But you chose to go through that.
And I did choose to go
No,
through
that ain't nobody's fault.
And I did choose to go through
Everything we go through, we can leave.
I never said
I got hit on.
By show of hands, who been cheated on?
Everybody.
That's why we got PTSD. Don't make you special, man.
I got cheated on and I was doing the cheating.
What the conversation is supposed to be about, but from what I'm getting, and I ain't fucked up about it. Can I curse?
Oh, hell, fuck you.
I ain't fucked up about it, right? Because at the end of the day, my character as a woman, right? I could give a fuck about what you got going on over there, right? But if you stand up and you doing your shit when it comes to your child, I don't give a fuck about what you and her got going on. As long as she treat mine, ain't gonna.
Exactly.
And some people get mad at the fact of treat mine how if it was yours, right? Just show my child, don't do no jealous shit. Just treat my child how I'm gonna treat my child. My child is in your presence. I don't give a fuck about this me as a woman, exactly. Because people be jealous, and like you said, people be jealous of kids too, and that's outside the home and that's inside the home. Because you got mamas who jealous of their daughters and their kids as well. So if we gonna talk about that shit, let's talk about it, right? So at the end of the day, everybody making it about our grown ass and whatever, right? But dating people with kids and well, I'm dating this man, he got kids and I don't got no kids. Let's keep it around that because that's something that a lot of people, we are older. We these big ass ages and it's hard, right? So when we going through these motions of I want to date this person, but his toxic ass ex don't have my baby around that baby, like what, like, or that woman, what do you do in these situations? Are we catering to what your ex feel? or are we bringing everybody to this motherfucking center of this motherfucking floor of
And
this
that's not
table,
going on.
and are we talking about it?
And
We
that's
all
not
done been through some shit.
I feel like
at the
fall
end of
back.
the day,
I fall back.
but why
Let the
fall
man deal
back?
with it.
But I'm saying, as a woman, I'm not finna be beefing with you because we dated the same motherfucker,
Yeah, I'm
or
not
you
beefing
got
with
kids
y'all.
by him and I don't. I don't
Nobody
wanna
down
be.
this shit, ain't
Why the
nobody-
fuck we
nobody
can't be
beefing,
adults and
so.
talk about this shit? Like, bitch, what's your issue with me?
That's
What
hard.
have I done to you?
That's
But
hard.
everybody
but
is
it's
not
again,
healed.
like,
Everybody is not healed.
and I
That's
ain't
all.
saying that I'm healed, but I'm a
no,
woman
I'm saying
and
the
I'm
other
grown.
woman. She could be up
Right.
there in her
That shit
world.
Yeah, that's
Man,
hard.
I'm not mad about shit. Your baby
Right.
daddy with me, he good. But if you got an issue, that's between you and your baby daddy.
But no, what I'm saying is she has an issue with you.
I
Don't have her
Don't touch me, I'm
around.
straight.
But see, this is all day. You know, I like that too. But this is our problem, right? This is our problem all day. All day. I don't give a fuck because I can care less about what a bitch feel about me. But if I'm in your child motherfucking life, it ain't about you and me no more. Because at the end of the day, you gotta still be worried about your child being over here with me, especially if we live together. Like at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck if I'm gonna punch a bitch
If I
out.
let my
At the end of the day.
If I let my
But
kids
what
go
about
like
your
that, I'm not
child?
worried about nothing because I trust their daddy.
Right.
I ain't even gonna
That's
stop.
too.
He been with women that I haven't met, but I trust him. I know he loves my
That's the
stuff
whole
just
key.
as
I think
much
that's what
as
people
I
been
do.
missing all night.
Like you said, it's maturity first,
Yep.
and second, it's trust. Communication. Them two things that black people, it's hard for us to do for whatever reason, who done been through what trauma. But like you said, I wanted to say when you said your stepmom whooped you, as a mother, this is why, first and foremost, if somebody put their hand on my child, I'm spazzing.
Absolutely.
But like you said, it came out years later. She did that out of jealousy.
Absolutely.
That's the problem the mothers have.
Talking about.
You know what I'm saying? For what reason? We come off the fly. Don't put your hand on my child because I don't know what reason. And it might be, to me, if I had a stepchild, it wouldn't be like that. I'll treat it as if it was mine. But everybody not like that. So as a mother, we come in, ain't nobody touching my child because I don't know what your intentions are. And then when it comes to the man, we really don't trust, like, your judgment, your friends, your guys you kick it with, the people you hang with, your sense of judgment is off. So I know you dealing with a woman, 9 times out of 10 is off. Because you have a bad character of judgment. Like, so I feel like them two things, like if the maturity level is not on the same level, which we know we mature faster than men, and then if it ain't no,
And that's, I'm glad you said that because that's
physical.
no, mentally, emotionally.
Honestly, do we though?
But shit, we can have kids till they die though.
We was raised on that.
I think so.
Motherfuckers, goddamn. Yo,
Alright, guys, go to the soul tree line.
we on the same question. I kind of want to. I got about 2 more questions I want to get out. You know what I'm saying? I do love this part. I do love this part of the podcast, though. You know what I'm saying? It's really emotional. You know what I'm saying? And people want to find a place to talk about the shit. So this is why I'm here. It's dope. But we talking about ass whoopings. Do y'all feel like they work?
I think it depends.
Back in the day, my stepfather used to beat my ass, and when you beat my ass, when I get older, I'm gonna fuck you up. That's it. And I did what made me.
Don't
Why
worry.
you say they ain't work?
I just feel like as black folks, we took the most, like, we the biggest hypocrites. Like for me to idolize whooping my kids or even think about whooping my kids, in my mind, is just an adaptation of this slavery. We done adapted the master mentality to sit here. I'd rather, like, you know what hurt me when I was a shorty? My mom and, taking my restrictions from me. You ain't going to play that basketball game tonight. You ain't going to that party. I would rather my mom whoop my ass and still be able to go to that party. Ass whooping
The ass whoop is only 3 minutes.
Ass whooping that shit.
Take that 3 minute ass.
my thing is, and it is, I had this conversation with men and with women. I feel like it's different because most men feel like they don't whoop their kids. I know every man I know with kids feel like I ain't whooping them. For the woman, it's different. Y'all can come in and say, "Hey, sit down," and it's the voice because can't nobody figure out what it is. So it got to be the voice that when the man say something, the kids listen.
No,
But you gotta think, either your man.
My son, he don't even, he talking so mellow. I was like, beat his ass.
But he ain't gotta do that for some reason.
Let me tell you, he beat his ass
Because the
one time,
police
and he
gonna
had
be
to walk
called.
away, and he was
That's
gonna
gonna be
cry.
evidence. That's a setup. Why you over here hitting on my baby? Call the police. That's why we don't
So, no, because
That's the new generation now. Back in the day,
what about
Wait, who's gonna cry?
We missing the part.
I'm like, you gonna cry?
we missing it because I'm beating kids' ass. I don't give a damn. It's you hear me?
Yeah, you getting a whooping.
You hear me? It's about discipline. I'm beating your ass. Because listen, hold on. Let me say my thought. Let me say my thought. Let me say my thought. So when I say I'm beating ass, I got my ass beat, right? But it wasn't no, I'm finna beat your ass just because I'm beating your ass. It's discipline and ass whooping. If you did something, then you know it was wrong. Yeah, I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm sorry, I forgot my uncle was in here. I'm sorry, uncle. But
I'm sorry, Uncle.
we got our ass beat. My mama did tell me one time she whipped me because she loved me, and I'm cool with that. Because now that I'm older, I understand what she's saying.
Okay.
But if you whooping your kids' ass behind discipline, and they know the next time they do that, I'm gonna get my ass beat, they ain't gonna do it no more. You feel me? Versus we got this, we talking to these kids nowadays, because now the system got it to where it is they could go to school and tell on your ass for whooping them, but they don't know the story behind
You can
why
whoop,
they
but you
whooped
can't
you.
handle. You can whoop,
They don't
but you can't handle.
They want the ass to the jail.
Exactly. So our generation was raised on getting our ass beat, and it mainly because of what we was doing.
And we knew
I
that.
have never got a whooping. I have never got a whooping.
You know who? You know I got my ass beat.
I have never.
Right, but I don't.
All my kids got their ass whooped by me.
Hell yeah, I probably did.
I whooped my
I got
kids' ass so
my
quick.
grand-
Nah, I can't with my kids' ass. They been to DCFS and they will say some shit. You heard me?
I tell my kids,
Yeah, they
you
run
run
the house and bullying my ass.
beat their ass too.
Okay, wait.
So when does the whooping start though? So when does that process stop?
When your kid is able to understand.
So when they
these
start
smart
bringing,
ass
bringing
kids,
guns in the crib, you got a 13, 14-year-old.
let me. You missed what I said.
Okay, let me ask
Oh
you
no, wait, let me finish my thought, y'all. Let me finish my thought. So when you raise your kid a certain way, when you have discipline, right now we got gang members and still in the street grown ass men still trying to raise their kid. If your son see you bringing a motherfucking gun in the house, he's following behind you because he see you bringing a gun in the house. If you start whooping your kids and disciplining your kids at one when they able to know, don't touch that little socket thing because it's gonna
I
shock
promise
you.
you, I wish it was right.
Yeah, that don't
I mean, to me, I'm right because this is my opinion, right? This is my opinion. But at the end of the day, when you start discipline early, then you can raise your kid the best way you know how. When that kid get older and they get in these streets, they're gonna do whatever the fuck they want to do. But at the end of the day, when they sit back and now they gotta get disciplined for the fuck up that they did, they're gonna think about what you said. That comes from you disciplining
It took me
them
30,
early.
40
Even
years.
with my son, like, I'm
It took me to reach the age of 40 to figure that shit out.
And it only took some people 3 years.
Exactly.
Some.
But I'm gonna say
I can guarantee you this, man. At the end of the day, regardless of how you raise your kids, man, it's just in human nature to do your own shit at a certain
That's
point.
what I just said.
So what I'm saying is at the end of the day, however many ass whoopings you get, a person still gonna fuck up. A person still gonna make mistakes. This person still gonna get burnt to the
And
crisp.
if you'll fuck up, how many times you thought about your fuck up?
Let me say that. I believe
times?
it depends when you talking about little girls versus little boys, because the whooping stopped when I'm able to grab the stitching cord.
Man, for
See,
real.
now she gotta go get my own.
Yeah, now she gotta go grab
I'm scared of
somebody.
him.
No, for real.
I ain't
That's
scared
what
of
I'm
my
getting to, bro. That's what I was
So
getting to.
again, when we go
Right,
back
what
to
you done created a monster. Now I
undisciplined
became the
children
monster. I was punching doors in.
become undisciplined.
Ain't no more hitting me no more.
The scripture
Ain't
says
no
you
more
spare
doing
the
that no
rod,
more.
you spoil the child.
You feel?
So there's degrees of discipline.
Ain't no
There's
more doing that
degrees
shit
of
no more.
ass whooping. There's degrees of tough love. Men discipline different from women. So what you may have to pat on the back for, Pop come right and say, hey, do what your mama say, sit your ass down. And that be it. Like you say, it's in the voice. It's just what it is. Most of us don't want, and I'm pretty sure everybody we practicing that amendment, most of us don't want our sons packing. I use mine for protection. I don't go out the door go look for shit.
But if they
I'm
see-
just
go ahead.
me out.
Go ahead.
Because mine give me false courage because it's decent. it'll give me false courage. I look for some shit to get into. That's how I was when I was younger. But now it's just for protection. You come across my threshold, I need to blow you away. And the court's gonna salute me for that. Again, I don't want my son. What I'm doing, how I'm moving, I don't want him to move that way. I'm not indoctrinating them into it.
So don't do it in front of them.
But no,
If you do it in front of them,
it's about lessons. No, it's about lessons because you can carry your gun all day. But I'm talking to my son. This is why I got my son.
My neighbor can be showing that. The dude down the street, he can be
even what I'm
influenced by.
saying, like even with you got guys out here
And they gonna go watch boys in the
and
hood.
females too, they selling drugs in front of their kids. They making bits with their kids. They, you know what I'm saying?
But then they go back to what he said. Once I give him what I can give him, I don't mean control. Once I give him what I can give him, or give her what I can give her, then the wings, I gotta take the wing, I gotta kick her out of the nest. And at some point, she's gonna adopt her own personality, his own mindset, his own influences, and whatever
But
we
what happens
give
if
him
you
is
got
what
that
we
child
give
that
him.
want to be just like you?
I gotta be
A lot of these boys want to be just like their daddies. They doing everything they daddies
Most of them
doing.
don't, because most of them ain't seen their daddies.
That's my whole point. Like,
Most of them got their influence from the people, from their environment.
That is not true.
I'm saying in the environment. Hold on. I didn't raise my daughter. My environment, her environment did. My daughter behaves according to what she's seen, not what I've given
My
her.
son dad was out there, but
You
I guarantee
understand?
you I had a mentor. I was everywhere. You could see me trying to find a mentor, everything. And
See, that's the thing. Most of us get it from our environment. Our environment is everything around us, not just that one parent or mom and dad. Because I just again, my neighbor could be slanging. My dad could be square as a pool table and twice as green, going to work and work 16-hour shifts. But then homie next door, they partying all the time, jumping in and out of the swimming pool. Right? I'm looking at my dad like he laying wild like this.
You feel?
Right? And he working to the bone. But I'm influenced by
But just
this
know the
shit.
son
I think
ain't
we supposed to have
the
this
only one
person.
looking over there.
You know what I mean? He can
The
be
son ain't the only one looking over there. Shorty looking over there. Shorty want to be in that
and this
pool.
is a kill your child rearing right here. This is kill your child rearing. You give your 10-year-old a phone, and everything you give them is godly and orderly in the house. But once they step outside with this phone, it's somebody that'll just crush all that. So you ain't got to do that.
But how many people that grow up with like multiple siblings though? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's 5 of us growing up, and all 4 of us will be boys, and then I got my sister, she a girl. All of us in the streets doing dumb shit. My sister at the crib, she seen the same shit we seen. Like, we come from Chicago projects. We was watching shootouts and shit. We shorties, you know what I'm saying? But my sister in the crib put her business out there. My sister ain't lose her virginity until she was like 22. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So your environment, you know what I'm saying, can impact you though, but I wholeheartedly think it's the lessons at the crib. If you're not taking the time, this is me speaking on my kids though, because it's plenty of shit that I've fucked up. One of the reasons I do this podcast is to let people know that like you don't have to be perfect. I don't give a fuck if you active or you inactive. I'm here to inspire you. You know what I mean? But if you're not providing and like locking in on your kids, that's your fault that they end up like that at the end of the day.
That's
You know what I'm saying? Like the way my daughter up there right now, she's 15. Her personality is all due because of my teachings. You know what I'm saying? My youngest, she's 7. All her personalities all the way up to what she at right now is because of me. You know what I mean? Whether they good or bad.
Let me ask you this: if a parent is not there, so they're not there to influence that child, then whose fault is that child knows whose fault is that? It's the environment's fault. If I'm not there to rear that child, and I didn't give that child nothing, but that child has all these mannerisms of other people, then the environment is responsible for that child.
Sure.
Now, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna shut up because it's incriminating. I've done hand-to-hands with predominantly white people on the west side of Chicago, and we be sitting back saying to ourselves, I wonder how he got hooked on this. I wonder why he over here. And I'll ask him, hey Joe, where you from? And they'll say, man, we're on the other side. I'm from over here and over here. How you wind up on the west side buying this? Where you from? Prominent parents. 2-parent home. 5 bedrooms, 6.5 baths, the whole deal. Well, how you wind up on the wrong side of the track shopping? and then give you the whole story how it happened. But the thing is, they grew up with silver spoons. Some people grow up with silver spoons and still wind up on the wrong side of the track. So you damn if you do and damn if you don't. I would say once you give it to them and they wings strong enough to fly, you got to give it up to God. So I did the best I could under the circumstances. Because everything else is learned behavior. After that, once I done gave them the good, they took the, you know what, good ain't good enough, pops. I want this over here. You work at 18-hour shifts, we still can't put cheese on the damn bread. Dude over here jumping out the swimming pool, him and his kids with big old, we want that. And so, and there it is. And you see those examples all the time.
Yeah, you see it all the time.
So a lot of kids go the opposite of their parents. A lot of kids don't want to be like their dad. A lot of shorties get involved with stuff basically because of the home. I joined the game not because of my dad, not because of my brother, because they was at the school. And it had nothing to do with my mom and them. My mom and them was like, beat your ass back on the porch, sit down, don't go on the street with bicycle, street lights on, coming out. And when she turned her head, I ran over there with blood in them and tried to hang out with them and smoke my first joint at 12 and all this other good stuff. They were smoking weed in the house. So it's the influence. No matter what they gave me, I got to a point and developed my own behaviors and decided this is what I wanted to do. No respect, no disrespect, Ma, I love you. You wanted me to be square and do everything my daddy didn't do. Daddy was a pimp. I don't want to be a pimp, but I like being a player. The players looking like they having shit. They looking like they having shit. They on the deuce in the quarter, leaning up against it, smoking the weed, drinking the 40 ounces. So I'm telling my age, they drinking 40 ounces, and I thought that was the flyest shit ever. They smoking weed, doing what they want, leaning up against long ass cars, drinking and the women around them, and that's sexy. To a 12-year-old or 14-year-old, his brain is putty.
Yep, so they're looking at that and they want to be like that.
And they go for all of us. All of us got some influence outside our home. Now, nothing to do with mom and dad.
It's a fact that
It's what it is.
you listen to
Your environment
outside the house more than you listen to people inside the house.
Your environment will give you a perception of the world, and you'll pursue that.
You look at that with the sex.
It's called maturation, like you coming to your own. Just what it is.
I'm
Ain't nobody's fault.
I'm letting him get his joint off. We're gonna wrap it up though.
Not to cut him off though, but sexy red. It's the era and the time of just a woman. Like it's almost like damn near. It's almost like a beauty to be single in this time. Like for the people that is single, it's like damn, there's so much shit going on. It's like why even want to even put yourself in a situation to even have to go through?
Because I love love.
No, I love love too. I'm just glad that I'm in the situation I'm in. I'm glad that I'm in the situation I'm in, and I'm not afraid of. I don't like to say that, like if the situation just don't work, but life is life. But I'm appreciative of the situation that I'm in, like wholeheartedly. But just to piggyback on just the advance of just a woman compared to a man. It's if you put it on a scale, it surges that a woman is a little bit more advanced than a man when it comes to just certain things. It's just a fact.
I need an example.
Emotionally, you can't accept being with a woman 2-3 years or even a year, and she go sleep and be pregnant by another man, and you still be in that relationship with her. You know how many females that out here that accepted babies from niggas? We the weakest. When it comes to certain shit. Listen.
Why wouldn't I do that?
Man, listen. Why wouldn't you? Come on, man. Let's be serious.
I would not stay with the
man. If that woman told you, this is not your baby, I'm pregnant by another man, you ain't finna stay there.
You know why I wouldn't? It's because it's called a standard. I got a standard.
I'm just saying.
That's a deal
the
breaker.
reality is the
that's
point.
Why.
The
But
point.
you may not have that as a deal breaker.
You just gave that cookie away.
Y'all
don't give a fuck about a nigga cheating.
Man, they don't
Y'all
care.
don't care that he giving her the same shit.
That's it. We're gonna talk about this.
Y'all agree? Take a man back. They agree with you. They gonna take a man back if he had children somewhere else. They agree.
It's just a different amount. I'm saying just from my mom, just from my, I ain't seen no woman as strong as my granny. I haven't seen a woman as strong as my granny. When her husband died, it's almost like she died and she just lived through her family. I'm just telling you that you don't see that no more. It's a different era. It's a different era of just some seasoning. I don't even want my food.
I feel what you're saying though, but basically what he's saying is though he like absolutely agree with what you're saying, but he basically like I got standards.
There's a reason why
What's the standard though?
I mean, like, that's not something that
you got a baby by another man while we together. That's a deal.
It's
you cheated on her and had another,
even if she was a cheater, if she was a habitual cheater, if she just had an addiction, she loved you, but she just got an addiction to sleep with men at work. That's my point. There's so many deal breakers when it comes to us as men, but I promise you, they'll lay on the slab for, man, listen, man, that shit go without saying.
Especially if they love you, though.
It go without saying.
It is, though.
I just know that it's because we weaker in certain areas.
No, that's because they don't give a damn about you having kids by another woman. Don't give her the whole thing.
They don't believe that if your mom was.
Okay, so let me give him another example. So let's say emotionally intelligent. We're more mature emotionally because a lot of men, I'm not gonna say all, because people get mad when you say all. Most men can't deal with their emotions. So if I could articulate my emotions to my man, but you can't do the same to me, that makes me more mature than you are.
That's a fact. Hey, on some real shit, on the guys in here though, I mean, dudes cried in the last 5 years.
Okay, now you just playing devil. You know exactly what's going on.
Was more than one?
They ain't listening.
So you want her to know
outside of somebody dying.
You want her when you just came out here and you got that relationship and you found out it was
long time.
I moved out.
Yeah, but that's both.
But you was hurt. But you was hurt.
Life was just
Did you show that you hurt?
No.
You wasn't hurt.
We all hurt. But I didn't act on what I felt. And that's the difference. Y'all act on what y'all feel, which don't make you more emotional.
Not all of them.
How many men? Hold on. I'm finna cook it right here. How many women you know, how many men you know busting out tires and slabs?
You crazy.
She finna name one man. She finna name one man.
I got a whole bunch of my name. I got a whole bunch of my
And that ain't even the majority.
Wait a minute.
I got my car burnt by a guy.
Listen to what you just
Your
said.
emotions work against you. That's not an intelligence. You're allowed to. You got full expression of your emotions as a woman. I can't even act a fool and get mad about certain stuff that you can go to the news about and be seen on the news acting a fool and won't do a day in jail. I can't do that. He can't do that. He can't. We gotta keep it in check.
You gonna go to another woman and just go, you gonna move on to the next woman and just go to the next woman and just
listen. I said being able to articulate what I'm feeling. I didn't say how you reacting to feelings. That's two different things. See, you didn't even listen to what I said.
I did. I heard you say.
I said if I can articulate the way I feel, most men cannot articulate to me how they feel. If you my man, we together.
No, for real.
You can't tell me how you feel.
No, that's deep though.
Okay, you know what guys? You know what guys gonna tell me? They feel it's women.
Listen, when a man, I'm a man and I got issues. I got issues on my job. And you say, baby, how was work? And I give you the whole rundown of how work was. What could my woman actually do about my job and the situation?
She might not be able to do anything.
You can't. That's why I go to
That ain't
him.
what she said.
That's why I talk to
What
him.
he gonna do that I can do?
He going through the same stuff.
It don't matter.
It does matter.
We going through
No, it does matter. When I emote to my guys, because we go through the same stuff. It's like you emoting to your girls about your menstruation. You gonna come to me? I don't know nothing about
We
that.
don't.
So we having cramps. Listen. Your internal organs and your baby issues and stuff. Men, we can't identify with that. So would you take that to your man or take that to your girl?
Okay.
Do you take that
I should be able to take it to my man.
But you don't, because we can't identify. I can't sympathize. I can only.
You should be able to.
Wait.
I want to do
I feel like two women that have a dispute over a dude, right? They might fight. Somebody might get stabbed. They might argue and going back and forth on the internet or whatever the case may be, right?
Right.
And that'd be that. The two dudes have a dispute about a woman.
Somebody died.
Hold on. And somebody died behind it. Hold on. And then 20 more niggas died behind it 10 years later. They be so prideful they won't even say it was because of a woman.
Man, you feel me?
Excuse me. You don't even have to say niggas because you can go back. This is history.
Yeah, but
There's been wars over women.
Yeah, they won't.
All because you couldn't explain to her how you felt about her moving up, whatever the case may be.
That's how we move though. I gotta agree with that one. We move.
But you won't say that. You won't say that.
Which means what?
But you would rather keep a war going for 15, 20 years.
Yeah,
and now, goddamn it, you was born into some shit. You into it with a nigga. You have a son. Now your son beefing with the nigga you was beefing with when you 15. Over a woman.
That's most projects.
You feel?
They ain't gonna admit that. You feel me? I feel like what
if you got a man that needs to emote to you every week. Now,
I'm not saying, see, now you moving the goalpost. What they say, you moving the goalpost.
He should emotionally express himself. You women are bad at emotionally expressing themselves.
No, I didn't say better. I said mature. We have more experience doing it. Y'all don't do it.
That's a fact.
I'm not saying, I'm not putting us up here, y'all.
Okay, because if it works for a man to express himself to his woman, it works better for a man to express himself to other men.
Well, what about being in a relationship?
Why do you think men have man caves? Well, just like girls have girl trips and girl time, have y'all socially grouped together and talk about
as a woman,
my bad. Hey, let me just say this from a person who has mostly female friends. Please get y'all some female friends and learn how to equate y'all motherfucking emotions. That's true. I promise you. You can't express yourself to her, you talking to the wrong woman. You can't express yourself to her. So you having female friends, I'm a whole new thing.
A female that go to her friends first only go to their friends because they can't go to their friends. You don't choose. I don't wake up and be like, oh, I had a bad day. Let me call my friend. I want to tell them. But if you're not emotionally available for me,
absolutely,
of course I'm gonna call my friend because I see how you feel. But like you said, y'all can't sympathize with us. Y'all sympathize better with me.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because I'm your man.
Say something. I can't. And that's a woman. Because I'm a commentator. I'm a commentator.
Please. Order. I'm paying for this shit. We got order. I'm trying to say shit. This has been another dope ass episode of Full-Time Father Podcast, man. I'd like to thank all my guests, man. Look forward to the next one, man. You hear me? Big dog shit.
We need part 2.
Yes, sir. Same crew, too.
We got a headquarter. It's up, man.
When she asked me how was my day, she don't want to hear shit.